Hey, 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 Jamie Haggett here, going to you live on my page called That Lady Next Door. And the whole meaning of that is that I'm just the lady next door. And anything I share with you is just my way of saying, if I can do it, you can do it. I love finding ways to make life easier, to make life better, and to just let us all live our best lives. So, today I'm going to share with you 10 ways, things that you can do in your life right now because the world has gone crazy. And it seems like anxiety levels are like way up here. Am I right? I mean, like just way out of the screen. The anxiety for most people is just through the roof. And I know that I fall into that trap some days too. And so I've come across a list of 10 things that you can do. If I can do it, you can do it. 10 things to do to basically just reduce your anxiety. This goes for whether we're talking about this pandemic right now, or if there is a natural disaster or a personal disaster. Just these are 10 things that you can practice, implement, and just do to help you to lower your anxiety so that you can have a better day. So number one, and this is gonna sound kind of like a duh moment, is identify the source of your anxiety. What does that mean? Why are you anxious? And okay, so we're gonna walk through this. I'm gonna have you ask why, like more than once. Why are you anxious? Well, because of this crisis. Okay, what about this crisis makes you anxious? Well, everybody's getting sick. What about that makes you anxious? What if I get sick? What about that makes you anxious? Well, if I get sick, I might end up not being able to take off time work, or that's probably not a good one. If I get sick, I might end up really sick. I might end up in the hospital. Why does that make you anxious? Well, I don't trust the doctors. Why does that make you anxious? Where does that anxiety come from? So as you work down through that, it really helps you to get right to the nitty-gritty. I had what's it called? An elective surgery last summer. Was I worried about the doctor doing what they were supposed to? No. I was kind of worried about the surgery just because, why wouldn't you be worried about surgery? But, so as we work down through this, the whole part of what if I end up in the hospital? What if you do end up in the hospital? Hopefully, you will get better and you will be able to kick to the curb. Okay? So number one, whatever is causing you the anxiety, you need to find it, pinpoint it, and work your way down through it. I mean, go all the way right as deep as you can almost until you can't go any further. Okay? And once you find that, then you can stop blaming other people and pinpointing, pointing at other people, pointing at groups, pointing at whoever you think is causing you the anxiety. Once you know what is deeply causing your anxiety, you can almost, there you go. You can relax, okay? Now, once you get that message to your brain, once you figure it out, then you need to put it in perspective. And you need to basically think, how does this affect me today? Okay? As a general rule, the things that might be going on in the world don't always impact us in our everyday moment. Okay? So if you're I had this one person say to me, well, they're not allowing people to fly. They're not allowing people to go visit their loved ones. And I asked them, like, does that affect you at this moment? Does that affect you in your daily life? And they're like, well, no. And I said, then you really need to relax on that. because right at the moment, it's making your anxiety rile way up, and it had nothing to do with her. She was just amping up her own anxiety over somebody else's situation, and it was causing her daily life to struggle. So put whatever anxiety-inducing catastrophe that's happening into perspective and how it actually pertains to you at that moment. That should help to lower your stress and hopefully, maybe untangle your stomach and just relax your brain for the moment. And so that was number 2. Number 3, as far as reducing anxiety, is know the facts. Okay, so again, we're talking about what's happening right now, the pandemic, but I'm going to go on a different route. So say there's wildfires coming to your neighborhood, and that's causing you anxiety. You need to know the facts. Where is it going? When is it coming? What do I need to do? In other words, put your brain in gear and have it stop spinning and worrying. There was a hurricane coming last summer, and my daughter was on an island where the hurricane was supposed to be going, and I freaked, and I started to get super anxious and super worried about it. And so she kind of told me, she says, "Mom, we're following all the instructions. We know what's happening. We know the facts. We know this is what happens, this is what happens, this is what happens." So in essence, I didn't take my own advice on that one. So whatever is causing you the anxiety right now, you just, number 1, identify what's causing it. Again, ask, why is this causing me anxiety? Why is that making me anxious? Why? Keep working through it. Number 2, put it into perspective. Is what I'm anxious about really affecting me right now? And number 3, know the facts. As far as the pandemic goes, there's a lot of debate on who's got the right facts, but find a trusted source. And I do not recommend making, a friend's Facebook page or Instagram your source. Do a scientific, what do they call this? Scientific steps. Find your source, figure out what they have as an agenda, who's paying for it, etc., and really dig deep into that. And those are just the first 3 things to get you started on reducing your anxiety. I do have 7 more, but I really thought, I'd get through more. So I'm going to let you just get started on those. And if you like the other 7, just shoot me a quick message, leave me a comment, and I'll send them right over to you. I have them typed up in a list. I have my notes. So just shoot me a message and I'll get those to you. But again, basically anxiety is kind of meant for fight or flight. It's not meant to be lived in every day. So thank you for listening, and I hope you have a better day. Love you. Bye.